Have you ever wanted to know about the future, love, dreams, money, sex and bodies?
Well, then you're in luck because we read tarot cards.
And we do it seriously.
We know we're being funny, but it's real. Real magic.
We used to be an Instagram live show.
And then a live show in front of an audience.
Yay! And now, a podcast.
So sit back, relax, and trust the process.
Welcome to The Tarot Show. I'm Dickie Copeland.
And I'm Hannah Garces.
And this is
The Tarot Show.
Hey, y'all. Whoop, whoop. We're doing a whoop, whoop deep dive.
Yeah, we're raising the roof, but we're diving deep.
Yeah, we're expanding both up and down. So get in your submarine with wings on it.
That also is powered by an Xbox controller and made by a billionaire. It's going to be fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. We're just going to look at some Titanic wreckage.
Yeah, don't look at the sky. But everything else is fine. Oh my God, those people who died in that submarine.
That's crazy.
Anyways. Well, Hannah and I are excited to talk to y'all. We know we're a little late.
Yeah.
Because we release on Thursdays. And we're recording right now on a Thursday.
Sorry.
But, sorry. We thought we would just be straight up and be like, look, life is absolutely insane. I had a second round interview, woohoo, which is part of the reason we had to push a little bit. Also, we did record it. Mm-hmm. It just wasn't good.
Yeah, I was being a poopy baby.
You were not
which is very much the spirit of the Four of Cups, which is what we'll be talking about.
That's what I told you afterwards when you came out of the shower and you're like, I did bad. And I was like, no, I think you channeled the cup in a spooky way and it was extra cool.
Really dead rat sleeping mouse.
Yeah, truly. Here's my impression of our record of this episode from yesterday. Are you ready, Han?
Okay.
My impression of us recording it yesterday is it went like this. I'm Dickie Copeland. I'm Hannah Garces. And this is The Tarot Show. We got Big Skelly.
Yay.
I want to bless something. I'll bless something else. Okay, I'm cursing this. Okay, I'm cursing that. All right, we're talking about the Four of Cups. Okay, we're with you from the womb to the tomb.
Goodbye now. Thanks for listening and sorry.
So anyways, we kind of talked afterwards and we're like, maybe we should redo that.
Yeah.
I'd rather have it be our normal fun selves, which I know everyone is like down to listen to us, in our authentic, whatever place we're in, but still.
Yeah, but I feel like it's like a quadrant. And sometimes like, I think we're pretty good at being distraught, traumatized, sad, upset, and still kind of being funny.
Yeah.
Or like on a little bit. And this was in the quadrant where it was just like, I don't feel good and I cannot.
I don't feel good and no jokes.
And couldn't make a joke.
We didn't want to.
I didn't want to. And I continued to be grumpy it wasn't just that I was so grumpy. Went and saw a movie with Fozzie Bear. I was so grumpy.
You took the grumpy with you?
Yeah, I sure
Sometimes
did.
grumpy is like a chic purse. And you're like, I'm not putting it down even when I sit at the table.
I can't.
I'm holding her. I will say, do you think, I was just gonna declare it, but now I'm gonna make you answer it in the form of a question. Okay. Do you think that I'm better at handling your grumpiness than Fozzie Bear?
Yes. And before you get upset, Claudio. Oh, well, he's going to get upset because I said Claudio.
That's true. I could edit that out.
No.
Claudio
did it on purpose. Well, you also just have more practice. He's getting better. He's learning and adapting. So he's getting good.
Yeah.
And he was good about it last night too.
It is a specialized skill. Mm-hmm. It's one of my John Wick qualities where I'm like, all right, I'll go break open the cement floor and be like, Hannah, we're back here. I got all my gold coins. Let's go spend them. Because there are a couple ways to knock you out of it.
Yeah.
I won't reveal all of my secrets. One of the best ways is to take my friend to a bar.
Yeah.
That usually gets you out. Mm-hmm. And if that won't do it, then I buy something dumb at Sephora and I get 2 of them.
Yeah.
That works sometimes.
Yeah.
And another way to do it is to find someone falling over and make fun of them. Get a good laugh out of you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty simple code to crack.
I don't know. There's some tricks.
There's some tricks. Yeah, you've definitely have mastered. You read the instruction manual.
Well, and at least you can be pulled out of it. I cannot.
Well, and that I feel like that's where I've learned I have to just, and that's cool. I'm down to ride a wave.
Yes, I know, and you're so good at it. So, I mean, honestly, yeah, the lesser of two evils is yours, I would say.
I don't know. I can be pretty scary, I think.
Yes, of course you can, Hannah. You can be scary too. No. You scare me so much.
I'm so scary and mean.
Speaking of scary,
Yeah.
it's time to pivot to talking about the literal half big skeleton we've erected in our yard.
Oh my God.
I posted his legs this morning, and I've never gotten so much response on Instagram as people being like, holy shit, that is big.
It's huge. I mean, yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's just legs and the pelvis, and it's so tall.
It took both you and I to put the pelvis on top of the legs.
Yeah, I was literally hanging from it to get it to like snap down.
For those that didn't listen to the last week's episode, did I buy it by last week's or not? I can't remember when I impulse purchased this enormous.
Yeah, but if you're new here, Dickie has been talking about wanting the 12-foot skeleton from Home Depot for years at this point.
For years.
It's been a dream of yours, and that it's actually happening is crazy.
I know. I can't believe we have him. But yeah, I've wanted Big Skeleton longer than we've been recording the tarot show.
Yeah.
And now he's ours. And I am shocked at the reality of the dream.
Yeah.
Also, I had a really cool idea we got to put all these lights in his rib cage and put a beating heart out front too. Han was saying we could hang it on the rib. You had really good ideas for that. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, he's just so enormous. If you go to the Elysian Theater, if anyone listening goes to the Elysian Theater, you will see him on the hill.
Yes.
I kind of want to put both his hands up and have him taking a shirt off, flashing.
Yeah. Or Mardi Gras beads or something.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, if they're in his hand, he would throw them off the hill if you flashed him. Anyways, we just love this guy.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he's like to fully erect. Yeah, he's huge.
He will tower over the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a huge win for Witch House.
This is a huge win for Witch House. God, I can't believe we made it happen.
I feel like with the acquisition of Big Skelly, it's kind of sad we're not going to have a Halloween party.
You know, I don't know if you just heard it in my sigh as I tabled that discussion for later, but I have had the thought that God, Lord willing, if I get this job,
ooh,
we could discuss.
Ooh,
we could. She's flirt. The idea is flirting with me.
Okay, could be fun.
It'll be wild though because we do have our own tarot show at UCB on the 31st. But I feel like that show's gonna rule and be kind of easy because we have our thing down.
Yeah,
Halloween is the wave that kind of takes that thing adrift. Plus, I think we're lining up some pretty cool guests.
Yeah.
Someone just said yes today. That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
We're double checking one thing, but let's see. And it's going to be live streamed. So all of our listeners can watch it.
Yeah.
If you want, which is crazy. So we'll tell y'all when the link is live and when we have the guests and stuff. But I was kind of maybe on that Saturday, we could just do a full-fledged, big old school.
Yeah.
That would be
but
so
people
nice.
want it. I was hanging out with our friend Lindsay.
Oh, did they ask?
They asked. They were like, "Are you having a Halloween party?" They were like, "The people want to know," and I was like, "I don't know. Probably not. We kind of want to throw the jardy more importantly, but I don't know. There's a world where we do both."
I also kind of feel like maybe it's good for my job search. Even if I don't get this job, you know what I mean? It makes me look like I'm not sad. Lie. Sorry, there's a mini gong here because my baby sister Sissy Lily sent me a little blessings gong fully out of nowhere. Just showed up in the mail, and I put it here. It's so cute and funny. Anyways, it's not replacing our blessing spell, which Hannah pointed out. Now both of my sisters have given me a little blessings, like
sound generator.
Yes, sound generator. That's the words I was looking for. But yeah, so it makes me look not sad, lie. And it also, I think, just forces people to kind of like think about you, and you're like giving them something. So maybe they're more likely to be like, oh, my friend at Warner Brothers is blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Savvy.
All right. Did we just
Smart,
talk ourselves
savvy,
into a
chic.
Halloween party?
Yeah.
Well, if Lindsay asked, if they ask, I'm inclined to say yes. Because I love that little weirdo.
Yeah.
I remember watching that little weirdo do little dances on stage and thinking, I love that little weirdo. Just like, that move is speaking to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I also loved coaching them. There's some people that I like coaching.
Yeah.
Because you can tell that they care about your notes, but also they're trying to show off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And that like is right in my Venus and Leo wheelhouse.
Yes.
So anyways.
Love them.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll think about that.
Think about that.
We'll think about that. Well, think that. Say that.
Say that.
Okay. Well, we've talked about Big Skelly and the blessings gong. I have a whole list of things that we talked about so poorly last time we were in the dead record that we will never unearth, never unleash.
A bit sad, isn't it?
A bit sad. Well, speaking of Fozzie Bear, I coined a phrase, and I posted it on my Instagram story, and I was like, went and saw my brother in Lease. And then after I posted it, I yelled to Hannah when she was like taking a shower. I'm like, I just wrote this funny thing, and everyone's going to think I didn't make it up because it's too funny. But actually, I made it up, and it's funny, and I wish I could let everyone know I actually made that up.
Copyrighted.
And she's like, you should say it on the pod.
Yeah. So, whoa. Almost knocked something. If anyone here listening thinks that she didn't make it up, she actually fucking did.
Brother in Lease. Yeah, it's clever, right?
It's really funny because it's her roommate's boyfriend.
And we're close, and he's not going anywhere. Maybe it's triple funny because he's like all like, do I want a wedding? I'm like, well, okay, we're skipping it. And now you're just, guess what? In my mind, you're married. Well, okay, you forced me to play this card, Fozzie Bear. Now you're married. Sorry. Sorry, I decide my reality.
Oh, I don't want a wedding. I don't want any of that. I don't want to be the center of attention and be with everyone I love and do the things that I love, like dancing and drinking beer and being with everyone. That's a lie. It's so funny because, we talked about him last time. And because he's like, the first thing after recording is, did you talk about me? What'd you say? And before we recorded this, he was like, okay, bring me up, but don't make it like a contrived thing and not negative and only nice.
It's like when you ask a genie for a wish and you have to be like legal and like be like, okay, but not living forever, and I don't want to be old when I'm alive. I want to be young.
And they're like, sure. And then it's like, oh, but you didn't mention that actually your wiener is going to be down to your ankles. And it's like, oh, frick.
Oh, dang. I'm glad he put some stipulations on how you should speak on him. Say that. Asterisk.
And anyone feeling bad for Fozzie Bear, he knows what he got into.
He loves it. I've seen the way he look at you. He looks at you like this. Baby, I'm yours. Baby, I'm yours.
He is kind of baby girl.
He is baby girl.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, baby girl. I love the term baby girl.
Yeah, me too.
One time a boy called me baby girl in Vegas. I'll never get past it.
Wow.
Yeah, this person, the other cancer in my life. We were in Vegas, and I was taking too long getting shoes out of one of the suitcases when we were trying to check them at the Cosmopolitan Hotel. Mm-hmm. No, it was Caesar's Palace. Important to get that right.
Yeah, it is. And it is actually.
And we were at Caesar's, and yeah, we were checking the luggage, and I was like, I gotta get my shoes. I'm sitting there, like, it's just taking forever. And he's like, baby girl. I was like, I'm sorry. I'll just zip it up really quick, blah, blah, blah. But I was just like, the baby girl was so genuine. And there's something about it in that little like chiding. I don't know. It got me like in a 1950s Lana Del Rey white t-shirt kind of place.
Which is a fun place to be.
That's where I'm trying to go. Mm-hmm. Anyways, baby, I'm yours. You know, it's eclipse season, Hannah.
Yes.
So that's probably why we had to re-record.
Yes.
We're eclipsing our old episode with this episode.
Yay! Thank God.
Thank God. And it was a full moon in Pisces. Mm-hmm. And so I tried to like take advantage of it just to get it back in our little witch area. And I took like an intentional weird magic bath.
Oh.
Because my moon is in Pisces too. And I was like, let's try to like use whatever energy there is. And in the bath I put the moon water that we'd made from like a year ago and like kind of intentionally like put some stuff and like lit some candles and took a bath and was just like, please, I want this gerb. Please. Oh, please. Oh, please, goddess. Please. Give me the job. And just kind of thought, like, was trying to manifest it and all that stuff. So anyways, just interesting. And I had asked too in our dark record if you had seen the moon, but you didn't because you were working at the bar the whole time.
Right.
But you said that people were like
weird.
Crazy.
People were acting weird. Like they didn't know how to be humans.
It's crazy that you said that this happens in hospitals too.
Yeah, they like staff more people
on the full
moon because people be acting crazy.
They're like, today's the day I eat a battery.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not putting it up my butt. This time I'm putting it down my mouth.
Yeah, because I had an aunt who was a nurse at a hospital, and she every like full moon was like, oh boy, it's gonna be a long shift.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's so wild. I do feel like there is a difference too. It's funny, even the team I coach, sometimes the practices on the full moon are always just a little haywire.
Yeah.
Like go a little long, we get distracted, or it's hard for everyone to stay focused. Mm-hmm. They want to turn into little werewolves and scamper out the door.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. I wonder if our party would be around a full moon.
Oh, yeah, I wonder.
If it's at like the end of the month right now, kind of. We'll have to take a look. Mm-hmm. Assuming we have a party.
Yeah.
Say that, asterisk.
Yeah, reach out to us if you think we should have a party.
Yeah, actually, let us know.
Yeah.
Honestly. I need some encouragement if we're going to do it.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of work to be done if we're going to do it. That's like a big part of the reason we didn't have the jardy is it's just so much work. Mm-hmm. But I think we can do it. Yeah. All right.
Okay, interesting.
Well, should we cleanse these bodies, Han? Mm-hmm. We cleanse our bodies with a shot. So if you're at home and you'd like to take a shot with us, race over to the freezer, get that forgotten bottle of Jägermeister, and slug her down. And if you're in the car, like I say, take your hands off the wheel, punch your little rear view mirror askew. And then with your other hand, punch the horn. Mm-hmm. Give it a toot toot because you can cleanse with sound.
Yep.
Han, from the womb to the tomb. And that's the end of our fireball, huh?
Yeah.
I gotta get some more.
Ooh, dang. A new jar.
A new jar of fireball.
A new jar of fireball.
Where's my jar of fireball? Do you remember when Todd brought a bunch of Everclear to our Halloween party like 3-4 years ago?
Oh, yeah. Was that when he was dressed like Willie Nelson?
Yes.
That was fun.
And he came with a huge jar. Yeah. It was one of those things that everyone was like talking to me all night about, like, I can't believe Todd brought a huge jar of something spooky. And I was like, you gotta try it. Talk about putting hair on your chest. That'll put hair on your freaking the back of your neck, dude. That'll put hair on your lower back. I took a swig of it. Also, it was like mixed. It had an apple cider vinegar kind of element to it.
I think it was like moonshine.
That's what it was.
I think that fool made it
at home.
himself.
He had a full moon Pisces bathtub of his own. Yeah, and I drank a good amount of it. I know.
I'm trying to do the Scooby-Doo sound. Wait, how does he do it?
That sounds like Scooby-Doo if he has a chill. Yeah, exactly. Like a ghost just like walked over his grave or whatever. Oh my god. All right, so we've cleansed these bodies. This house is clean. So now it's time for blessings.
All right. I'm going to bless WD-40.
Oh.
Put that shit on everything.
Oh my god. What is it? You are my elite employee.
Congratulations. You have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees.
Oh, Hannah, you're so good at that. It's really a shame the listeners cannot see it.
When we start video,
Yeah.
we should start a list of things that we need to recreate for the video component.
Yeah. Especially too, because then they could see this giant skeleton towering behind us.
Yeah.
Look at his kneecaps, dude.
His knee, and the pelvis goes above the string lights we have.
I know, it's that tall. Also, his feet are so big. He kind of looks like he's like squatting a little bit too.
Mm-hmm.
He's like keeping it loose and limber.
Yeah. Like in fighting stance.
Yeah, he's in Mortal Kombat stance. Fatality.
But
Oh yeah, you're blessing the good old
WD-40 water displacer 40th formula.
I didn't know that. Wow. Okay.
It works. It's just one of those things that has never failed me.
Also, don't you just love putting that little straw in the hole?
Oh yeah. It's like a Capri Sun.
Yes.
For stopping squeakies and getting rid of rust.
It's how Dad experiences summer. Yeah. What were you saying about WD-40 that you like rely on it?
Yeah, you can always count on it.
Yeah.
It just has not let me down.
That's what it is. It's never let you down.
It's never let me down. Same thing with I would say like the Mr. Clean.
Oh, those magic
erasers.
Yeah, dude.
Never let me down. Anytime I've been scrubbing the bathroom, which has been 2 times in my life, but it removes the shit.
Yes.
Every time.
Take that thing to a shoe.
Yeah.
Watch her clean right up.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah. And the other thing about WD-40 too, beyond it's just like complete reliability, every person's got one and it lasts like forever. Because you only need to use a little bit.
Yeah.
You got a big old can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that shit rules.
Yeah, it's just kind of iconic in that blue can with the yellow,
Yes.
hexagon or whatever the fuck it is. And it's just like, it's always there. And if something's squeaking or rusted or you got to like unscrew something, that's my girl.
Yes.
WD-40 is a down ass bitch.
WD-40 stands for Winona Draper. She's one of Don Draper's like secret ex-wives. Mm-hmm. And she's 40.
40 years young.
40 years young.
We love her.
I'm 40. Damn. Yeah, she lives alone, but she's in a life of luxury. Mm-hmm. And she's chosen the circumstances surrounding her.
Yeah.
All right, Hannah is lighting the candle to bless WD-40. Yeah. The world's biggest green flag. If someone has that in their house, I'm like, you get it.
Yeah.
Then you know what it is? You notice a problem and you're doing something about it right away. Mm-hmm. You're fixing it. Mm-hmm. And we bless that. All right. I'm going to bless something a little amorphous. I know with my Pisces moon, I tend to do this, but with the full moon in Pisces, now I'm really doing it.
You have to, legally.
Legally. Yeah, read the asterisk. I am going to bless, and there's not a word for this. So it's when you feel something so deeply that you don't cry, but you like feel it in like your chest and body. Like it really does warm you, but it's not even warm. It's like you just feel it, right? Like I've been like feeling this emotion. I can't even tell what it is other than just like kind of like a little bit of a brightness inside. So the reason I've been feeling this is because I got to help watch all the Lloyd auditions over the weekend at UCB when they were making new teams. And the two artistic directors are my old teammates from the Dragons, Ronnie and Ali. And Ali, after they made the teams, there's always like an anagram for the names of the teams where they scramble up someone's name. Like one year, all the teams were people that had been at UCB but never made the official house teams. So like Donald Glover was one, and Rachel Bloom was another. And so everyone likes to like unscramble what the code is and find out what the thing is in common. And Ali this year made the teams my name. So one of the teams is called Ice Kid, which is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And the other team is called Lop Dance, which is Copeland mixed up. And it just is such a public little like thank you and sign of affection. And it's just so cool. And like UCB is one of those places, it's crazy, but I've done it for so long and it has meant so much to me. And like, you kind of never realize how far you get until you start looking back, you know, and like also just Ali holds such a special place in my heart. I don't know, like seeing it, and it was on Instagram and everyone's like regramming the teams and stuff. I can't describe the feeling, but it's like in my chest.
Yeah.
Like I feel it so deeply. I'm not going to tell him this, by the way. I'm going to be like, thank you. Thank you. You're weird.
Whatever. I don't care.
Whatever. If they change their name from Ice Kid though, let me know, because that sucks. that team name rules. But I was talking to Casey about this and she goes, I know what you're talking about. And she's like, I remember feeling that feeling on my wedding day. Oh. And like after I got married. And then she said, when I first had baby, like not like had the baby like born, but like the first like couple of weeks, like feeling this like feel of like, I don't know, like a feeling that's like really deep and you've like kind of changed a little bit. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I wanted to bless it in hopes of like understanding it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But it's a big deal and it meant a lot to me, even though it's a silly little thing.
Right. But it's not silly. It's about like your community and like kind of coming a long way in a place and acknowledgement.
Yeah.
Which is kind of far and few between.
Yeah. Like a public
in this place of like, hey, because you did sacrifice your time. It's nice to be acknowledged.
That is true. And I loved doing it. I love that stupid place, even though she's done us all dirty in different ways. I have open eyes when it comes to her, but the dream is always there. And I mean, there's a reason we still do our show there.
Right. It's the devil we know.
It's the devil. It's the devil we dance with. So anyways, I just wanted to bless that whole thing.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
To build on that thing I was talking to you about earlier, where in the wake of getting laid off, how everything else seems to be like blooming.
Yeah. And
all the other stars are sparkling.
Yeah. And everyone kind of rallying around you too. I think because you are such a supporter and kind of champion of other people that you're kind of giving them all a chance to give that back. So I think that must be overwhelming and a lot for you to take. And also I think people are like excited to offer you their support.
That is so damn nice.
It's just true.
Yeah, maybe it's a cumulative of just all of that.
Yeah.
It has been a thing that's been happening, which I'm grateful for. And in a weird way, would almost choose to go through. You know, it's like that thing of like, I never pronounce his name right, but Eckhart Tolle.
Yeah.
Tolle.
I think it's Eckhart Tolle.
I would say Toll, but
I don't know.
Pay the toll, right? That act as if you chose this. Like if you're in a bad situation, like, okay, if I chose this, like, why would I choose this and all that stuff?
Oh, wow.
I know. It's an interesting way to look at something, right?
Who do we know is an Eckhart Tolle head? Isn't it Proto Moon?
Proto Moon loves him. Yeah. And It was in one of the tarot books that I read about the Four of Cups.
Ah.
Hannah and I have a bunch of books on tarot, and we kind of have split them up and as we do our research for the deep dives of the card, and amongst all the other websites and stuff. But yeah, one of the books I was reading was talking about that. Like, oh, the Four of Cups is kind of saying like, yeah, stuff is shitty, but like act like you chose it. Like, yeah, you're sitting down and pouting, but like if you got up and you looked around and you're like, okay, but what if I wanted this?
Right.
What would I be doing?
Right. Because it is like a card, not to get ahead of ourselves, but about like perspective a little bit, reframing perhaps.
Yeah, maybe looking at the situation in a different way. Like, okay, yeah, you see the Three of Cups of whatever it is in front of you, which is interesting that the Three of Cups is a celebration card. Maybe that signifies they're seeing a celebration of something they don't feel a part of. But then here's this magical Fourth Cup.
Where you could join the party.
Yeah.
If you wanted to. But you're being pouty baby.
But you're being pouty baby.
Damn.
And like all you got to do is take your shot of Fireball of your ever clear moonshine. And look, if you got a Pisces moon, you can't say no to moonshine.
No, of course not.
You're going to love that shit. Yeah. So it's funny. It was in the research for this card as well.
Wow.
Maybe now I'm being channeled by the card. Oh no.
But you're doing a good job.
You didn't do a bad job.
No, I did, Dickie.
The blessings gong has become the lie
liar. Mentirosa, liar.
How did Davide say it?
Actress, liar.
Yeah, hook the indignity of having to hook it back on after you get to
yell at you,
bang the gong
for being nice to me, by the way.
Okay, so I will light my candle. I'll just light it off of yours.
Yeah, just light it off mine.
To bless. When you feel something deep inside of you and it's not even close to making you cry, it's like it's bypassed all of your sort of facial triggers. That's what I'm gonna call crying. A facial trigger.
It's that triggered that my facial triggers.
Oh, my facial triggers. You know, crying and talking and
smiling,
sneezing,
hearing,
looking, and just exists within you.
Wow.
I wonder if that's where your soul is. I don't think it's in your chest cavity though.
Maybe. I mean, that's where our heart is.
Yeah.
People won't shut up about that thing.
They really won't. Have you ever felt heartbreak like in your heart?
Yes.
Yeah, I felt it once or twice too.
Yeah.
That's a crazy feeling. That's like the opposite feeling of what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Am I just talking about feeling loved?
Yeah, I think you might be. I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to be rude or nothing, but.
Oh my God. All right.
I think you just feel like moved.
Talk about driving around to the back door to get in the house, right?
Well, I had the thought about the last time you talked about like, you know how sometimes your face leaks water? And I was like crying. And you're like, yeah, it's kind of like that, but like something different that I'm doing. I'm like, huh.
It's kind of giving like when a teen like feels something for the first time and
yeah.
they're, oh no, I know what it is. It's one time I was on this podcast once with Jake Jabor and Josh Simpson, and I was talking about like, oh, porn or whatever, and I was like, oh yeah, it's crazy because like this is back when Tumblr had pulled all their porn off, and we're talking about that, and I was like, oh yeah, Tumblr was kind of crazy because I just never realized you can like find whatever it is that you want in porn, like. And like, you know, like if I was going to like watch it, like the ones that I saw that I liked, it was like there was like a little bit of a story and the guy was cute. And I was like, oh my God, this exists. And they were saying like listening to me was like when a new person in the war like comes into the trench and they're like, they have guns over there, you guys. Can you believe it? We're getting shot at. And they're like, yeah, we know. Yeah, Dickie. Yeah. They've got guns. Like explaining to these two men about porn.
Right.
And then just looking at me with like their souls scooped out of their eyeballs. You know what I mean? Just like full empty eyes, like the Crow or whatever. They're like, yeah, we've been through the trenches on that. It's like, it's so cool. Like say you want something a little like funny, you could try to find it. Like maybe they're in love or they're like, shut up.
Yeah, they have like all the keywords they use.
Yes.
Like, yeah, they know. They've dialed it in. They go through phases.
Yeah.
Like past like busty stepmom to whatever you freaks do.
Yeah, whatever you freaks are doing.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, now it's time for
curses. Wait, before we start, can I pee real quick?
Yeah, of course.
And get another beer?
Yeah, of course.
Do you want one?
Yes, of course.
Okay, you can talk shit about me while I'm gone.
Thanks for giving me permission for a thing I would never do. Baby, I'm yours. I'll tell the listeners a little story while Hannah pees, even though I could just cut it, but I'll just tell a little story. Hannah and I have started calling each other not queen, but queen, as in Qun, like you take the E's out of it, because it makes us laugh when people comment queen on Instagram, and we just kind of started saying it to each other, and then we just do it. We're doing it with Jess too, like just queen, queen, queen. So now I'm like writing Qun on Hannah's stuff, like telling her she's a queen. And then two of my friends like ran the half marathon in Disneyland, and one of them wrote all caps on the post of the other, queeb. And it was clearly like a little mistake, but she didn't delete it because everyone had responded to it and hearted it and stuff. And then she was like, wrote again, like my queen or whatever. But then I just wrote on it, I wrote queeb. And then I've been going back and writing queeb on it again. And then I wrote queeb on a caption of Hannah's. And now I've mixed queeb and queen, and I'm calling it quib. So this one goes out to all my queens out there. Thank you, Han. Yeah. What a queeb.
Queeb. Did you tell them about queeb?
I did. Queen. Hannah's putting headphones on.
Okay, sorry. Thanks for waiting, everyone.
No worries.
Okay.
Curses. I would like to curse people who look over your shoulder the whole time that you talk to them, like looking for someone, not even better, but just someone else. Do you know what I mean? Like constantly scanning the room. Hello.
You're talking to the star.
Center stage, please. You to the principal's office, aka the middle of my face. What the fuck are you doing? Like, I have a bad habit too. I kind of like lean over to the left, like slowly get like in frame. I'm like, I see you doing it. But it really, I don't think there's a quality that makes me dislike a person more.
Yes.
To be honest.
It's deeply rude.
It's so rude. I get it when there's like other people and stuff, but you need to learn how to hide that.
Yeah.
And just peripherally like catch. And then if someone comes in and is like, hey, then yeah, I'm happy if you have to go talk to somebody. I'm happy if you say hi to somebody else. But if I'm talking to you and you are openly looking over my shoulder, I had lunch with an agent today and that happened the whole time. And like, I literally said, I was like, it's giving cafeteria. And then the agent was like, it is giving cafeteria. And I was like, you didn't catch my like,
yeah,
sort of italics on that. But okay. But yeah, it just deeply offends my sensibilities.
It's bad manners.
And I know I'm pretty. That's like not the issue. Do you know what I mean? It's not that. And I know I'm not shining too brightly either. I'm right in my little sweet spot. I'm here to like entertain you. Good Lord. And it happens a lot in LA too, where people are just really like star fuckery, you know?
Yes.
But I know I'm a star.
Yeah.
And you're going to regret this.
You'll see.
You'll see.
You'll all see.
You'll all see the truth.
Yeah.
So anyways, if you know anyone like that, then I sympathize with you, and I think you're a queen.
Queeb.
Queeb.
Yeah. Damn, I hate that.
Isn't it so annoying?
So mean, rude, and just like, ugh.
It's also just so obvious.
Yeah.
That's the big sin, I think. Like, do it, but be sly about it.
Yeah.
Don't make me like it's like farting out of your eyeballs. I see your fart.
I saw your fart, babe.
I saw your fart.
It was like a green cloud.
You can't stop it. It's like, okay. Anyways, I'm going to blow the candle out to curse people who constantly look and scan the room for other people when they're talking to you.
Get out.
I know. Get out. And I know you know this about me, Han. All I want to do is sit in a dark bar with someone and stare directly into their eyes and talk about what's actually the weird feelings they have in their souls that don't come out of their faces when their faces are triggered by unnamed emotions.
Yes. Because we don't know them yet.
We don't know them.
No one knows what they are.
We do spoken word poetry around them, but we don't really name them. Name them.
Yeah. So it's tough. It's tough to give up that precious bar time, couch time.
Yeah. To go meet like a stranger and then they're not even looking at you 100% of the time. Hello.
It ain't right.
Forced me to go to Sephora and buy $200 worth of makeup after.
Did you get anything good?
I did. I got so much good. The Ordinary has its fingers in me.
Ooh, yeah.
Because it's like $9 to $11.
Yes.
And I bought my mom for her birthday that caffeine solution.
Oh, yeah. That's really nice.
She's going to love that.
Yeah.
And then I bought that new milk like jelly, like lip and cheek stain. Love her. Life-changing, actually. Oh. My favorite TikTok makeup influencer at NeoItGirl, NeoItGirl. Follow her. She rules. She recommended it, and she did it with like a dark lip liner around it, like a brown lip liner with like the red tint, and it looked exactly like that Blue Crush kind of like just like a real red, but there's something about it. I was like, this is what I want always.
Cool.
Bought that, changed my life. And then I also got a fake freckle pen that's waterproof.
Cute.
You don't need that though, because you have constellations on across your little nose and cheeks.
Yeah, I have real freckles.
She's got real freckles.
But that's okay.
What if I start really truly putting my freckles in the exact same spot as yours?
Even like my two little like moles under my eye.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my God.
What if I did that?
That'd be cool.
That's what I think too.
That's chic. I don't care.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. You and me in our matching like full Disneyland sweats, our sweatshirt and pants. I wore the matching set to UCB last night, and one of the kids was like, "I saw Hannah in that just 2 nights ago," and I was like, "I know, I know you did. We wear them together. We bought them together. We wear them almost every day together." Mm-hmm. Anyways, that's my curse. Woohoo! Happy Curse Day, Slade.
Happy Curse Day, Slade. I'm a mom. Okay. That's a Vicky Gunvalson impression. In case anyone is new here. Ah!
Wait, what did Vicky say under the picture of Trump?
I love him. I love him.
She's such a monster. The only monster bigger than her is Big Skelly. Yep. I'll tell you that. But damn, does she make me laugh.
She's unfortunately very, very funny.
I love him. I love him.
Ooh, Slade. Happy birthday, Slade. I'm a businesswoman. I'm a mother. I'm a mom. Okay, I'm a mom.
Monster. I'm a momster.
I'm a momster. I think big boobs are inappropriate.
What? Okay, but you have them.
Psycho.
Okay. But then when Tamara got her breast reduction, you said no one wants itty bitty titties. Who are you?
You can't win.
You really can't.
You cannot win.
God, Hannah and I are deep in the season where Brooks, her boyfriend, is faking cancer. Like, people who don't watch Orange County are like, what? I'm like, yeah, her boyfriend is faking cancer. Everyone else knows it and is solving it like a full fucking like episode of Sherlock, the BBC version of Sherlock Holmes. Like, it's giving full like red strings on the wall, that Charlie gif, you know?
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's really crazy.
And it ends with him confessing it.
Yeah.
He was faking it.
He's faking it.
Anyways.
All right. Well, speaking of, the devil, and men who are bad, I am going to curse middle-aged male improvisers cheating on their partners with an early 20s person they meet in their fucking improv class or what the fuck ever. Any variation on that. It's a Mad Libs. You can kind of...
Yeah, that was me kicking my feet in delight earlier. Dear listeners. Please expand, Hannah.
Oh my God. And it's like, it just is that. It's like, what are you doing? Okay. Whether how they meet or when, it's like any man who's like in his 40s or late 30s even, messing around with someone in their early 20s, hate it. Like, this girl's frontal lobe isn't even out of the oven yet.
It has not risen.
She's still mostly lizard brain. Okay. And you have a girlfriend and you're doing improv. And it's too many things. Stop it, you fool. And people might be listening to this and it's like, who's she talking about? Unfortunately, I'm talking about a few people.
That is true. That it's like there's a ghost that overtakes like a male improviser, like on their 69th time they step out on the stage.
It's like Bob from Twin Peaks.
Yes, it is.
It's Bob from Twin Peaks.
Oh my God. And like, look, you can't besmirch something that's like dark as a shadow, right? Besmirching UCB's reputation is hilarious, but also that's like actually what you're doing. Like, buddy, come on. Like, the Peter Pan syndrome of it all is so predictable.
Right. That's like, you're like kind of like you're predator adjacent.
Yeah.
And also you're not doing anything interesting.
Wow.
You're boring.
You're boring.
People have done it a million times before you. They'll do it again. It's sad. And
it's rote.
You're rote. You're a fool.
Wow.
You're a clown and not in the cool LA way. You're not going to be at Edinburgh Fringe. No, you're just an old-fashioned dumbass clown, bitch.
You know what it is? It's farting out of your personality. Yeah. I can see your fart.
I can see your fart.
Just farted in the timeline, dude. It's so insane. What a choice, dude.
Dumbass.
Yeah.
But snaps to all the girls who are free.
Snaps to the free girls, that's for sure. And like, I think there's something too where even the new girl, I'm like, okay, I see you on your journey. Like, you just started your little candy lane thing. Like, I don't judge the girl as much as I judge the guy, right? Like, but the girls sometimes too, I'm like, oh, the learning. Yeah. Like, oh, the places you'll go. You know what I mean? I'm just like, babe, like,
he's gonna leave her for me.
I know. Like, it's that thing where it's like, I'll never begrudge anyone like falling in love, you know what I mean? Even falling in lust, like, that's maybe even better personally. But like, you have your own task to do, which is to like focus on your own. What bothers me about it is how long it takes them to focus on their own and not become a supporter of somebody else. Like, focus on your own comedy, your own voice, your own. It's already so hard to like advance at the UCB and like find your place and all that, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then you like just like kind of sacrifice yourself on the pyre of like somebody who's already had it and didn't even have it that, to be honest, had it in a way that everyone was kind of like, okay, like, love your cartwheel show or whatever. Oh, cool. You guys all like climbed the wall and sat on it like it was a wood beam, like
awesome,
babe.
Yeah, just the comedy scene in general, not even just UCB. It's just like
same with acting and
yes,
any creative field. You know what I mean? Like, I just wish the women were the ones like eating up the young, and spitting them out. But it's just not that way.
It's never that way.
I'm looking for equal opportunity.
Yeah,
in my cheating scandals.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good little curse.
Yeah.
I hope they feel it. I hope this one feels it.
He will.
Yeah, he's got to feel it.
Dumbass.
what's so funny is I feel Hannah just blew. No, it's okay. I was just narrating over the blowing out of the candle. Hannah blew out the candle and the smoke is going crazy, y'all. Yeah. It was like the amount of energy I have on this one.
Also, I can say I was cheated on, and granted, it wasn't with someone younger, but with another improv person.
Yeah.
Was around. That is insane.
Yeah, and then you have to imagine them doing like 2 prov.
Oh, God.
A little duo team. They're doing a slacker.
Disgusting. Like in a shirt that I bought him.
Ugh, I know.
You know, it's just like,
I know.
You nasty.
You screwed up. Mm-hmm. You're disgusting. Mm-hmm. You're right. It just happens so much. It's kind of wild. Yeah. Clownery. Okay, get on the board at the Elysian, you clowns. Let's see this month's lineup.
Wait, what does Monique say about clownery? It's like when you do clownery, the clown bites back.
That's right. Sometimes the clown
bites back. And if you held a gun to my head, I couldn't tell you exactly what it means.
Right.
But the feeling is correct.
It's in your body, and it's not coming out of your facial triggers, aka laughing this time. Mm-hmm. Damn, what a curse.
God.
What a curse. I'm going to add to it. Make sure they feel it.
Yeah.
Feel it in their bodies. Well, here's what's funny. I think that we can still use the deep dive that we actually recorded yesterday, but any people who don't listen to the parasocial part where they want to be our friends and have to skip won't know that it's from the cursed episode. Yeah. And then the people that did listen to this get the reward that like in like a minute they'll be listening to you and me struggling.
There's going to be a tone shift.
I think there will be some callbacks I made to some things that we didn't say this time.
I like it. I like this Frankenstein idea. And let's see if anyone notices.
If anyone can read between, like if we had just posted it and people were like, I thought people were going to write us and be like, are you okay? And it's funny too, because it's like, oh, never you feared, like Hannah and I are never getting divorced. Like and I'm not jinxing it. I know it deeper than I know that feeling of when a team was named my name in a funny anagram way. Doesn't take much to get me, does it? But it would make me laugh to post it and be like, man, we were just in a mood. Mm-hmm. Just in a mood. So anyways, dear listeners, you may continue on to our deep dive of the Four of Cups. And also just kind of in a funhouse way experience the Four of Cups.
Yeah.
As we experienced it talking about the Four of Cups.
Mm-hmm. Enjoy.
Woohoo.
Shall we get into our deep dive?
Let's do it.
Cool. I guess we start with our little word cloud.
That we do. All right. So for the Four of Cups, you guys, this is the 4th card in the suit of cups. Word cloud. Tunnel vision.
Brooding.
Boredom.
Rumination.
Ennui.
Disconnection.
Anxious attachment.
Isolation.
Disinterest.
Sulking.
Shannon Bedore staring off into the distance.
Apathy.
Self-absorption.
Not accepting help.
Staying inside your comfort zone.
Not seeing the gift that's being offered.
Comfortably numb.
A chip on your shoulder.
Ungrateful.
Shut down.
Constipated.
Yeah. That's kind of all I got.
Yeah, I feel like there's just like a general my United States of whatever feeling about the Four of Cups. You know, like if I try to think of like an emotional kind of state of it, it's like the beginning scenes of Lost in Translation. That kind of like moving through the motions.
Right.
Even though you're in like an incredible place. But just generally, any general thoughts on the Four of Cups?
No, I feel like the word cloud kind of does a nice introduction. It just is that like, yeah, I think I liked ennui, that feeling of like boredom and disappointment and just being so in your own head about either the past or the future that you can't be in the present.
Yeah, there's an interesting kind of thing happening with time, which happens to be the fourth dimension. But that I really like this idea that when you connect it to the Three of Cups and before the Five of Cups, this is sort of the low that comes after the celebration of the Three of Cups and can be the stagnation that happens before the chaotic change of the Five of Cups. So it's not, and did you see that it's like kind of not always negative?
Right.
A little bit of that, like it can kind of have a shade of being not willing to settle to it, but that overall, yeah, it's just kind of a little bit of a tough one.
Yeah.
I saw another kind of general interpretation where it can be about willfully ignoring the supernatural based on the mundane. It could kind of have a little bit of that witchy element to it. And that, like, if four is stability and cups are water, just like that thing of the moon in Cancer, like, does water like stability? No, it wants to flow. Here it kind of feels frozen or like stuck.
Wow.
Yeah. And then the last thing I'll just say on the numerology of it all is that in its place with like the Suit of Cups, the four is where you finally get the promise of 10 of Cups. Like the journey is finally actually happening and it's not just like a thought or a plan, or as someone would say, the concept of a plan, and that you're actually your things are happening, even if we're kind of, you know, like you've started a project and maybe now you're in that place where you're like, oh, I have to actually do it.
Yeah.
But that it's interesting because 4, if you add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, you get 10.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. But the power of 10 lies in 4.
Damn.
Do we want to describe the Four of Cups?
Yeah. So you got this little guy sitting on the ground in front of a tree, arms folded, looking a bit dour.
Yeah, he's like sleepy maybe.
Yeah. Just not hype. Sitting there with 3 cups, looking at 3 cups on the ground, and then to the side, sort of behind him or maybe in front of him, is being offered from the heavens a hand with a 4th cup.
Literally looking like a mini Ace of Cups.
Right. And yeah, the only other card in the deck besides the aces that features that like angelic hand does not feature in any of the other cards.
Cameo. Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like the most important part of this card when I look at it visually is his eyes being closed. Like, yeah, his arms are crossed, but it's like, is he pouting? Is he sleeping? Is he dreaming? Is he meditating?
Right.
Or is he overwhelmed? Context to be determined by the rest of the cards surrounding it. This is one of those cards that's like a call to action, and the action it wants you to do is open your eyes, like look around. Abre los ojos.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, you know, the 3 cups on the ground are kind of like this person's like worldly acquisitions, worries, their day-to-day life, the mundane, and then, you know, that thing they're not seeing being offered.
Right. Do you think that it's like behind his field of vision?
I don't know. I can't tell.
It's hard because it's all flat.
It's all flat.
But yeah, it's interesting. I feel like I always assume like it's just if he would just turn his head, he'd see it.
Right.
But maybe it's a lot closer than that. Maybe it's like all up in his face.
Right.
But he definitely can see the 3 cups in front of him if he were to open his eyes.
Right.
Should we talk about her reversed?
Yeah.
Unless you've got any more on the symbolism.
No, it's pretty, I don't know, not bare bones card, but there's not like a ton going on in there.
That's true. So reversed. Should we word cloud that?
Sure.
How about seizing an opportunity?
Reconnecting.
Letting go of regret.
Being present.
Yeah, like a time of noticing.
Releasing anxiety.
Yeah, I feel like whatever it is, it's like now you're finally seeing the fullness of something. Something being offered to you, an opportunity.
Challenging the illusion that you are alone or that you have to do everything alone.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I think there's also an element of like, if there's a gift being offered to you, not just seeing it, but then also accepting it. And that's usually comes in the form of help or connection with other people. You can't do anything alone.
Yeah, maybe what's actually being offered is the hand and not the cup.
Wow.
Like someone's just having a drink, but they're offering, or they're like, "Hey, you want a sip?" Then I'll help you get up off of that hill. Like when someone like gives you a hand and you're all folded up and then you stand up.
Yeah, that's all I got on that.
Same. Astrologically, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, water sign card. Yeah, interesting that it's about the moon. I didn't really see why, but I saw it in a couple different places. So it seems to be kind of agreed upon that she's a little Cancer card, and maybe that's where the moon sort of placement of it comes. But interesting. How about in a love reading?
In a love reading, it could signify someone who's emotionally unavailable. And if this card comes up in a query about being in a long-term relationship with someone, it could mean that maybe you or your partner feels taken for granted or underappreciated. If you're looking for romance, this card could signify someone you're overlooking, like an admirer, because they're not your usual type.
Interesting. Yeah, I understand it as like refraining from starting something so that you avoid regretting it end.
Right.
But yeah, that there's this like element of something holding someone back depending on where it pops up in the reading. And that it can just be about lamenting things in the past, and it's something that's not connected to the present.
Right. I think definitely, especially in the context of love, it's about people with walls up.
Yeah.
Who don't want to be vulnerable, or like past hurt has affected them, or like you said, like the worry of it not working out keeps them stagnant.
It's kind of interesting when you think about someone not starting something with a person that they're not used to, because you have 3 of the same cups in the front. And then you got this weird sort of like mystical cup to the side that definitely seems different than the little plain cups. You know what this cup kind of reminds me of? Like how Vicky Gunvalson is always saying that she's alone, even though she always has a partner.
Yeah.
And that even after her divorce from Don, where she's like, my love tank is empty, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, always like, I shouldn't have divorced him. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You hated every time they flash back to it, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's like, you're thinking it's something else.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even grass is greener. It's just like, you're wishing for a thing that wasn't the way it is. You're being insane. Maybe the person on this card is like closing their eyes and thinking of that 4th cup and like imagining it different than what it actually is. I don't really think that's the interpretation, but like there's something about that, you know? Like these people in relationships that never just coldly look at what the reality is of a situation.
Right. Damn. we've talked about how the Four of Cups, at least in the pip cards, all relate to like a major arcana card, and sort of like the Emperor is kind of the daddy of these cards, just like the Empress was sort of the mommy of the threes, and how this card can relate to, pursuing partners who are unavailable or not good for you based on that sort of wound of like a father type or a father figure. So this could also come up in any kind of reading, something that's like, not to reduce it to something so dumb, but like daddy issues.
Right.
And that kind of love and partnership and that intimacy or lack thereof or vulnerability. There's a wound there with like a parent or a masculine figure in your life, and that is like playing out.
The little guy on this card does look like he's in timeout. Buddy, it's been 20 minutes.
Yeah.
His daddy put him in timeout because he was poorly behaved. Mm-hmm. I think part of the reason this card feels so pouty is it's just cups are emotional cards. Mm-hmm. And it's about the emotion of a thing, how it makes you feel, even when you're not, I think, present. Like it kind of something in your like deep in your subconscious. Great. All I've got left is pairs.
Hell yeah.
Sweet. Let's see here. For pairs. You okay?
Yeah, sorry. My nose is so itchy. It hurts so bad.
Do you want to get a thing?
Yeah. Sorry. Itchy.
Oh.
It's just like so, it won't stop.
Ugh, that sucks. Is there any medicine that helps with that?
I haven't.
Yeah.
Found it.
Okay, for pairs. So anytime, like I was saying earlier, if the 4 is with a 5, even though there's like this, whatever the feeling is now, it's about to change. And then the 5, depending on what that suit is, will help you see how it will change.
Ah.
Am I going to have a new emotion? Am I going to have a new perspective? Like if it's 5 of Cups, the emotions are going to change because whatever is in that situation causing it is about to change. 5 of Swords, I might have a new perspective on this. Mm-hmm. 5 of Pentacles, some external force might come in and just help either pull focus or change it, physically. And 5 of Wands usually means like you're just gonna spiritually pull yourself out of this thing, and it's like it can even come from other people. They're sort of like, hey, kind of intervention styles.
Yeah.
Or you know what, your besties being like, it's time to go to the club.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. Like literally everyone knocking on your door, like, get up. The way I read this is, there's a website that I love called Parsifal Wheel Divination, where they like beautifully write about the cards. And this is what they wrote. The complacency of the 4 is due for a shakeup as the chaotic energy of the 5 bears down on it. 5, though, is a necessary corrective for the stagnation of an elemental force that has become resistant to growth. Ooh. So it's like not a bad thing. Right. It's actually like the light at the end of the tunnel. And it's like, here's your path. If it's Swords, focus on therapy, baby.
Yeah.
If it's like Pentacles, treat yourself. Mm-hmm. If it's Wands, go out, have a good time. And if it's more Cups, let yourself feel your things. Go have a cry, baby. It's a Cancer card after all.
Yeah.
Okay. The 4 of Cups plus Temperance is like a period of peace. It turns the boy with the crossed arms into a symbol of someone maybe avoiding the temptation being offered him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Kind of a little bit changes it.
Yeah.
The 4 of Cups with the Emperor. You're refusing something, but from a position of authority, of superiority. Like maybe you're like saying no to this, but like you really feel like strongly in your standing on business.
Yeah.
The 4 of Cups plus the Moon. I love this one. There's like some teenage trouble afoot. This is some nasty piggery. Things are going a little haywire. Oh. Not necessarily for the worse, but it's kind of like now we're in the hangover part of the movie where shit goes crazy. The 4 of Cups plus the Sun. someone's ego is like front and center. Like they're feeling a kind of way and everybody knows it.
Wow.
Also a very Cancer type of card. Not to just continually roast myself. But anyways, the Four of Cups pairs well with any ace because of that like echoing of the Ace of Cups. But in the same way that you kind of look at like what type of 5 it is, if you're with an ace, whatever ace it is colors what the hand is offering.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, this is about to be given to you. And this might be your ticket out of town.
Cool.
This is your ticket on the bus taking you to LA, baby.
Wow.
Good old Hollyweird. 4 of Cups plus the World. You're leaving your apathy and entering a period of caring. And like definitely you're getting involved now. We're like, okay, now we give a shit. 4 of Cups plus the 6 of Swords. Just the most serious mental depression. It just completely underlines how the 4 of Cups feels.
Yeah.
And now we're like truly like, a friend of mine described her depression as she could not physically put a bra on. I was like, oh damn, like let alone get keys, drive, go somewhere. So that's 4 of Cups and the 6 of Swords. Woohoo. Happy birthday, 6 of Swords. 4 of Cups plus the Hermit. We're introverted now to a point of harm. We're definitely hiding out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about all the nasty pairs I have today.
Yeah, kind of a bummer of a card.
She's tough. You know, anytime anyone is like, not just pouting, but like in their own feels, it's hard to reach them. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
The big part of this card too is like, it's a blue background, green, lush green, a big old tree. Like there's cups there.
Yeah.
This person is having seemingly a nice time if they were just to like get up and be not normal, but like awake.
Yeah. Just kind of grateful for what they have. It's like those people or friends that everything seems to be going well for them and it's just never enough, or they always point out like why it's not enough or it's not right or it's actually not good.
Yeah, actually it's a problem. Or even when you're going through something, they have like a victim complex of their own.
Yeah.
Like they can't, even your problems can't snap them out of their own. She's not an easy one.
Not an easy one.
I almost prefer the 4 of Pentacles, honestly, to this one.
Yeah.
And she's our next card, y'all. And she's got her own problems.
Yeah.
That's our X card that we always refer to as the ex-partner card. At least that's how she pulls in our hands. But we'll talk about her more on the next deep dive. Woohoo. For the meantime, we're not like this person that's on the hill. We're looking straight at you.
Yeah, I can see you.
I can see you. And guess what? We're with you.
From the womb
to the tomb.
Goodbye.